What up, dogs? Welcome back to Garo Tactical Heroes. Rawr! Let's get right back into it, shall we? Alright. Just keeping an eye out. Oh, there you go. There you go. 5 of them now. Okay. Real quick, I'm going to exit out of some screens up in here in the background. My calculator was still up when I was doing calculations on Hero Souls when I was doing that off screen. If you didn't watch the last episode, catch up to this one. You probably should, because you might be super confused right now. So it's Garo Tactical Heroes 186 part 1. Weird how I'm doing that. Weird. Okay. Weird how that's happening. Okay, let's continue on, shall we? Oh man. Oh, there's our Relicoos. We caught it. What do we got? What's this? Kleptos? Nah. Liberatus? Nah. Alright. Just because we have Liberatus doesn't mean it's a good one to fucking oh, whoops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that again. Alright, let's just get this out of the way. There you go. Much better. Much better. Okay. There we go, finally. Okay, 1250. He's doing the right amount of damage. And yeah. This episode. We're just gonna grab OG right quick. Triple OG right there. And hopefully, okay, so not last episode, the last ascension that we did, OG sort of kind of fell off, and we were like sort of kind of behind with her. There's a tiny bit of slowdown with her at an inopportune moments and stuff, to the point where we were like, maybe we gilded her too quickly. And that was like the big thing from that ascension. So now, since we sunk in a lot of stuff on progression ancients, like all the ones that I mentioned last episode, the ones. Since I did all that, I'm wondering, maybe we what's the word? Maybe we fixed that problem. Maybe that problem is fixed now. I did sink like 1.5 million Hero Souls into doing all that. So that's that would be a very important part of doing that. So that'd be good. That'd be good to fix right there. Sorry, let's give Atlas some levels. Yeah. Oh shit! Another thing I totally forgot to do. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh no, I can do it right now. Yeah, I can totally do it right now. At the end of the last episode, I forgot to get quick ascensions. And it's mostly because, like, usually I do it at the end of a progression episode, because I'm like, okay, that's the farthest we're gonna go here. But the last episode, we didn't get it even as far as we got last time. So I feel like it's totally fine to just like do these right now, right? Yeah, so I get that, and do it again, right? There it is. Yeah, that's fine. Now we got a ton of Hero Souls. Awesome. We have a lack of rubies, which is also pretty good. I don't know what it is. It might just be like, once again, just me projecting my own feelings into a video game, which is just all numbers and shit. But I feel like if we have less rubies, the game likes to give us more budgies and more rubies. So, once again, superstitious sort of feeling that has no place in science or math. But you never know. You never know. Sometimes you do know, though, and then maybe you can make me look stupid, so you can do that if you want. There's a comment section down there. Everyone's allowed to make me feel stupid at least once in their life. It's a very nice feeling, making a dude as educated as I am feel stupid. It's the funnest thing in my world to do. It's especially fun when I find someone as educated as I am. That way I can just be like, oh shit, time to make them feel stupid in some way. And it's a little game you play with yourself. Yeah? So let's see. The other day I was talking to some people from work, and like they didn't know who Cthulhu was. And in case in case this is the first time you're hearing me mention Cthulhu, a bunch of episodes ago, I went over Cthulhu's Cthulhu's lore, and I made the fucking the decision that Cthulhu is actually just like, this universe's version of Cthulhu, obviously. Promotes blah blah blah, vanquish all blah blah blah, able to travel across realms, blah blah. You know, Cthulhu. It's this version is Phthalo though. It just makes sense, you guys. Trust me. So but yeah, so I was talking to some people at work, and they're like, yo. Well, okay, so I was talking to them. Like, okay, so some of them just don't play video games, which is fine. If you don't, like, if you're not into video games because you're, like, got other shit going on, like, you do musical theater, like, fucking, you just play fucking music, or whatever, like, you collect comic books and movies and, like, television or whatever, that's fine, that's cool, it's whatever. But I was, you know, I wasn't talking, like, I was talking about a video game. I was talking about Hearthstone and what's it called? The announcement that the new release is coming out. It's like Whispers of the Old Gods, which is like a Cthulhu-themed fucking awesome sausageness, awesome stupidness that's going on in Hearthstone right now, and I'm fucking excited, super excited. So far, the cards that they've revealed are kind of like lackluster a little bit, but it's 134 cards, and I can't wait to see what the rest of them are. And not to mention, they're just gonna give you a free like legendary, like in your first pack. That's like unheard of. And they're gonna give you like 3 packs for free. So literally, they're just giving you a legendary for free, and it's like, and it's a pretty cool legendary. And they're giving you 2 like common cards that like work well with the legendary. If you haven't checked it out, you totally should. It's a fun ass fucking game, and I fucking love this the idea of the expansion, because I love Cthulhu shit, you know. I love the fact that they're turning some of the like the older cards into like corrupted, like evil versions of those cards, because they're, you know, they got the fucking Cthulhu magic shit going on with them, and they're like insanity shit, whatever, blah blah blah. It's fun, okay, it's fun. So I was talking about it, and I was like, yo, what am I? Because I never talk about specific games, because people who don't know video games, they don't, you know, they're not gonna like catch on when I talk about like a specific game. So I just told them like generally, like this is always what I do when I talk about video games at work. I just generally say like, oh, I'm playing this game right now. It's, you know. So I was like, yo, this game that I've been playing, card game that was made by the people who made World of Warcraft. Yo, they're getting a new expansion soon. It's like Cthulhu themed. I'm super excited. And I told this to like a few people at my work, and no one knew who the fuck Cthulhu was, or like what the mythos is, and like I'm like, what? How do you not know? How have you been so sheltered in your life that you don't know literally probably the scariest shit that you'll ever fucking know in your brain? Because I like as much as people get super excited and fucking like jazzed about Cthulhu, like tentacle shit, what people who love tentacles and like horror and death and goth people, you know, people love that shit. Okay, so there's some people out there who are like super huge fans of it, and they're not scared of it at all. But if you're thinking of it as just like a regular consumer, and if you're thinking of it as like just the H.P. Lovecraft novels that he put out like back in the day, you know, there's a reason why it became popular and like good, why it's considered good like literature, is because one, it was written well, and two, it was like the subject matter was like so fucking like viscerally like frightening. It's literally, I explained it to someone I was at work. I was like, it's like the fear of the unknown, you know. Yeah, you keep hearing about these like elder gods and stuff, and how they like affect people, and like insanity and blah blah blah, all that shit. But here's the thing though, you never actually, most of the time, you never actually see any of them. It's like the cults are there, the you could do research on it, and like there might be like magic and shit, you know, in the world, and it's like it makes it very real to like the reader, that like it makes them think of like it's a fear of something that's like literally way more powerful than you are, to a point where they probably don't even recognize your existence. I explained it like the elder gods are like, let's say you're holding a marble even between your fingers. You would be the elder god, and the marble would be like the planet Earth, or like, but like it depends on the size of the elder god and its power basically. But like it would either be like the Earth, or just like large continents and stuff. to an elder god, because yeah, that's just their, like, that's how huge and fucking powerful that these fucks are. They're just like, it's like they're so big. It's like Galactus, the planet eater. Dude doesn't like care about anything living on them planets. He's just like, well, you know, I'm a cosmic being. I require planets to survive, sustain my life force, and so I'm gonna go around eating some planets, man. It's no big deal. I mean, yeah, I've probably genocided like 1,000 million civilizations by just devouring their planet whole, and they just never, you know, live after that. They just die deadifications of death, you know. But like, he don't care. He's like, well, I just need to do this. It's the same where you're like, oh shit, I think it's pretty fucking cool that you know, shooting light out of a magnifying glass at a certain angle can make shit really, really hot. I think I'm gonna burn all these ants with this magnifying glass. It's a little bit less. That sounds more sadistic than I wanted it to sound. But it's basically the same thing. You know, it's almost basically the same thing. No. Okay, so here's a better example. Okay, a better example is like you see some, you you go inside your room and you're like, oh, this room's dirty. I think I'm gonna sweep up. So you sweep up. There's like some like dust bunnies like in various pockets of the room that you've neglected for some time. And you're like, oh, okay, sweep that up, toss it in the garbage. What you don't know is that there are probably like millions and millions of tiny microscopic dust mites in those like dust bunnies that you like literally just like swept up into a dustpan and just tossed into garbage, and you fucked up their entire way of life basically. So yeah, dude, you did that, not me. That was you. You did it. You didn't feel a thing, did you? That's exactly how the elder gods feel about human beings and what their relationship is to the planet Earth and like the beings within it. It's just like, yo, I mean, I own all this shit, so you're just fucking annoying the shit out of me by being here, and not even like gonna take this much of my strength, not even like a iota of my strength to defeat you. So I mean, I could just say like, oh, why bother, but like I also want my room clean, so I'm just gonna devour all your souls. It was sort of like a mixed metaphor at the end right there, where I mixed it up between being a person who has dust mites in their room and also a person who's a fucking elder god. So I got best of both worlds, I think, in that analogy right there. So there you go. That's what the elder gods are. And the best part is like they have like the coolest names. Cthulhu is just like one of them. I don't even know if he's like the most powerful. He's just like probably just the most well known. I don't even know if he's the most powerful, but there's like a bunch of us, and they all have like really fun, cool names. And it's like all of them are like basically almost impronounceable, but it's like there's like a Skoblio, Sarath, or Flagon, Shiger, Bop, or whatnot, and it's like just the coolest names. And it's they don't have to like all be like similar. I know there's a what's it called? There's a Munchkin board game expansion that's like Munchkin Cthulhu, and literally like almost all the monsters just have like goth at the end of their name, like a Shogoth, running goth, and emo goth or whatever. Just like, you know, funny shit, but all of them end in goth, and like a lot of the actual what's it called? A lot of the actual elder gods do sort of, maybe most of them end in goth, kind of. Not like most of them, but like a good 30%, so large chunk. But then there's others like Valhalla or like Albastonia, some shit like that. It's just like fucking weird shit. And each one is like its own like separate fucking like thing. It's like fucking And it does like a spit. There's like one that's like devourer of stars. It literally eats falling stars, absorbs their like energy or whatever. And there's the fucking the dude of like dust still, like fucking. He's like an old man. I don't know if you've seen the horror movie It Follows, but it's basically like the thing there. It's like a fucking tiny little fucking being that kind of looks like a grandpa, but he literally just like follows you around as much as he can, fucks with you basically, because otherwise he could just fucking like get to you like super quickly, I'm sure, because he's got like, he travels dimensions and shit like all the other elder gods, but he just basically fucks with you until like you're super like paranoid and shit, and then he just like appears in front of you, touches you one time with his finger, and then you just instantly turn into dust. That's, you know, some people are like, yeah, it's kind of cruel, but also to these elder gods, it's just like their Sunday night, you know. That's like, it's like, compare that to like Netflix to them. Like, okay, I mean, I could go out with my other friends. I mean, Cthulhu's like bringing his girl over, his new girl. You know, it would be polite for me to go, but also I could just say fuck him and like, you know, turn this dude to dust over, you know, a long period of time to the point where he believes he's insane. So I think I'll do that. That sounds really fun, because time and space and shit is all different to these fucking dudes. Regardless, I've talked way too long about the fucking elder gods. I'm just excited about the new Hearthstone expansion. Regardless, like, subscribe, comment if you're enjoying this series thus far. I know I am, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out.